Good evening, everybody. How you doing? Happy Sunday. This is our weekly Business Builders Academy. This is where you come to learn how to build the B quadrant side of our epic adventure. You know, it's funny, I use that Star Wars theme song, way back when we were actually starting this journey. And it actually is appropriate now, right? Because we are now epic, and that music, right, just talks about an epic journey that you go on, and that's what we're starting here together. So tonight, we're going to cover some basic fundamentals around the B quadrant. We do this every single week. We have a special announcement, though, because now we're going to be moving our time for a number of key reasons. I'm going to explain here tonight for you guys specifically. So on Sunday, we will no longer have our weekly business builder call, right? We actually do this every Sunday, but we're not going to move it to Wednesday at a later time, 9 p.m. Eastern, 8 o'clock Central, because we're going to now create a leadership call for Sunday nights. Okay, so if you are one of those selected leaders who are basically, you're looking at the founder 500 position, all the leaders who've actually already done that, be expecting a phone call from the leadership to give you information on this weekly leadership call, because we want to create an organization of 500 founder 500s. And to do that, we really have to be unified and synergistic, and look for those who are looking for us, right? We want to help the people who want to achieve that get to where it is they're trying to go. And so that's, again, the reason we have this call every week, which will be moving to the same meeting ID number on Wednesday nights. Wednesday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern, 8 Central, we will now have our Business Builders Academy. And it is only for those who want to learn how to build the B side, right? The residual income side, to learn the skill sets that allow you to build a team, to actually support those around you who want to build a team, right? And so not everybody is coming for that reason. We don't expect everyone to be on that call. It's specific to that reason. So some people may not be interested at all, right? And so that's what this is all about. And tonight, we're going to talk about some specifics, right? I want to share where we are. You guys know, we've seen this chart before. The formulation stage is upon us, but the funny thing about this is, because we're in pre-launch, we're creating some momentum already, right? So this is going to move extremely fast, because we're really not a startup. Okay, a startup doesn't start out with 40,000 people, right? Or by the time October gets here, we could be well over 50, 60,000 individuals in pre-launch, which creates momentum in and of itself. And I want you guys to take advantage of that, because we may never have this opportunity again to pre-position ourselves, or really to paddle in front of the wave. What do I mean by that? I mean that we get to start paddling our boat, right? You get to paddle and build up some momentum as the wave is being created, right? This huge wave of people, when we turn on the lights in October, is going to create a tidal wave all around the world as we open up the doors and people start to get really excited. All the recognition and the ranks and the checks and people making money, the excitement, enthusiasm, guys, is going to go through the roof. And if you've been paddling your boat, right, that wave will push you forward and advance you. But unfortunately, you know, if you're not paddling, it could overwhelm you, right, and pass you right up So I want everybody to at least be in position paddling up until then. And that's what we're going to talk about tonight, specifically how to get positioned in front of the wave, because we're now in the B quadrant side of what we do, right? Not the I quadrant. That's Saturdays, right? And every day, really, if you're really plugging into the trading side. But today we want to focus on, the B quadrant side and the activities in thereof, right? What do you do on a daily basis as a business owner in Epic? A business owner trying to grow your team and your business and the principles behind that. And tonight I wanted to actually, just kind of talk about some of those disciplines. You hear us talk about sharing the opportunity overviews, right? Sharing the opportunity videos that are recorded, right? But there are some things that you have to do leading up to that sharing, right? If you're building the business, it starts and ends with your list of contacts, right? This type of business, the home-based business industry, starts and begins and also ends with your contact list, right? And so the minute you feel like you've run out of people to talk to, you're out of business. And if you never create a list to start with, you never really started your business. And so these are some of the things that we're going to really drive home on the B quadrant side and help people, in their business launch, right? The launching of their business. And because that's so critically important to the B quadrant, we want to give you some disciplines and even some support mechanisms to help you do so. Okay. And so I actually have the privilege to be working with a gentleman who is a master builder. And this gentleman also supports us mainly on the investment side. So I want you to understand he's got two hats on, but the system he's designed for his team, really tracking their goals, is worth its weight in gold. And he's been supporting our entire group, even people who aren't on his individual team. He's still been supporting and helping people map out their B quadrant goals. And so I want you guys to take advantage of his skill set and more importantly, his heart, because he's willing to teach people these disciplines more than anything. Guys, it's a discipline, staying committed to your goal, and first and foremost, setting a goal. And it begins and starts with just that, starting to set your goals and then daily activities that help you get there. And so I'm going to actually ask this gentleman to come on the call. We're recording this, so it's going to be huge for those who are getting started with us, because it gives you a blueprint on what to do in the B quadrant side and going forward as you start to get your Founder 500, Founder 1000, Founder 2000, and all of those achievements that you're looking to achieve. So, Mr. Dan Allen, sir, I'm going to unmute you. I know you're on here somewhere. I want you to kind of cover some of the things you've been doing, not only this last, because guys, let me say something. Mr. Allen stopped trading this month, right? That's the sacrifice and commitment he gave not only to his team, but my team overall, and I'm so appreciative of him. But he's not trading this month just to get ready for pre-launch and the launch of the company and position as many people as we can for whatever ranks they want to achieve, right? And so that's this huge sacrifice for him. And guys, he has a very lofty trading goal. So for him to sacrifice a whole month, guys, I mean, I don't know how I'm going to repay him because I know he's missing out on some major chips right now, but I appreciate him nevertheless. And Mr. Allen, let me see if I can find you, sir, and we'll get you unmuted to kind of cover some of the disciplines you've been covering with your team and help the rest of us actually learn those skills. Go ahead, sir. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Allen, I'll turn it over to you, my brother.
Awesome, awesome. Hey, how's it going, team? Again, like Mr. Rainbow said, Dan Allen. It's a first, all the things he said. One is sounds great when he says it. It sounds regular as I'm thinking about it in my head. In the wealth process, there's a concept that I learned called sequencing, and it's learning how to put first things first, and then as things change, to be able to be fluid with the process. So Just if you look at what's in front of us, and like Mr. Rams was saying, there's no time like the one we have right now with a $20 uh, build structure that we can go build as big as we can believe. So with thinking about how many hours of a day there are, how many people I wanted to be able to be there for, I didn't want to mess up and lose in the market while I was running around with my head cut off, getting into the B side. So it was almost a business reason to stay out the market, so I can always be as fresh as possible. Like I said many times before, I treat trading like I'm doing heart surgery, right? So it was almost a simple conclusion to come to when I saw how big the potential upside was or is for this month we're in, with the residual upside again. That's a double upside. Upside now going into October, but also from helping people hit ranks in October, what that looks like in January, what does that look like into the summertime, and just starting to kind of build that snowball. So getting into the opportunity of structuring in the B quadrant, you cannot hit what you don't aim for, right? You cannot, in order for you to go to a goal, you got to be able to track it. And that's just something I've learned in my time as a builder. uh, my early network marketing journey involved us having a product or service that we liked ourselves, and we were trying to make sure we helped other people experience it. So this is a little unique for me because I was already trading when this landed on my lap. So I'm walking in with the belief that I'm helping other people position themselves for not just a way to grow their own income, but a way to get good enough to start to help the people they care about grow their income. So that's how this B Quadrant project is such a big deal for me, because I plan on teaching my 14-year-old, my 9-year-old, and then my 3-year-old as they all get older. And I know that each one of us as parents, we want the best for our children, and just kind of that thing right there taps into the beginning of my why, and which is going to be your first thing to really get clear as you go to make your goal for this month is what's your why for putting the energy to it, right? So I got a friend, his name was O'Malley, super phenomenal brother. He got shot 7 times in the face, February 2015. If a penny to every dollar you have, O'Malley would have been on this project working with me, and he doesn't have the opportunity. We didn't hear about Forex fast enough, although the industry we've been able to invest as retail investors. We've been able to invest since 1996. That's when they opened it up to the public. I didn't hear about it clearly to 2018. O'Malley left the planet in 2015. So we didn't even get a chance to see how we both would have sunk our teeth into this information. So when I get a chance to build on this project, I really look at it like I'm helping everybody's O'Malley get an opportunity to take a swing at it while you're still allowed the time. I'll be 45 in November. O'Malley would have just turned 45 in July, and he never got the opportunity to even sink his teeth into the project. And everybody here, we get a chance to build it as big as we can believe. So that's the first thing: is why are you building this project? Okay, is it to get a certain number for you and your family, which is a great goal? Is it to be able to bless other people, which is another great goal? But you want to have that clearly in front of you, so when the distractions come, or the invitations to a distraction, when they come, you can have that why in front of you. Like, yeah. That. I remember when I first got my CL 500, I showed it to O'Malley. He went in the next 60 days and got the S 500. He had a store. We would go park his black Mercedes Benz, my black Mercedes Benz next to each other. We would have our conversations. So who is that person in your list that you want to make sure that they get a chance to build it as big as they can believe, and even maybe run past you? And did that person see it yet, right? So in the B quadrant, we get a chance to bless other people and what I call unleash entrepreneurs onto the marketplace. Get people that already had something going on, and when you tap them on the shoulder, they're going to actually have to slow down what they're doing to pick this project up, because they already are go-getters, right? So a lot of times I watch some entrepreneurs new to building, they go only look for people that need it, that's just sitting around on the couch waiting for life to hit them upside the head with an opportunity, and then make it so easy that they don't got to do anything. So that's the people you want to bless, and I love that. But to really build it big, Mr. Dion Rambis already had something going on. So whoever tapped him on the shoulder, they had to know that he was going to look at it and say, I see it, but I'm already doing this. So you always have to be able to risk somebody saying, I'm too busy. Those are the people you want to find. Now, the reason that it's so important now is because we have a trial period for people to look at our opportunity, fill our trade alerts, jump on a live trading session, meet Coach Max, meet Coach Ryan, Coach Josh. There's another new guy that we're just getting into this project that has a phenomenal presentation. The guy that said he's from Colombia. I can't wait to get to know him better. And so that's the thing. And then what do we do? How are we building? Mr. Rambis just took the time to record a first base tool that's amazing. You get a chance to let everybody see it, to see who they know that it makes sense to. So, Mr. Rambis, if you put on a comp plan for me real fast, I can kind of bring this part home for the topic for the day. I just wanted to tap at the beginning for our actual why are you even taking the time to do what you're doing? Because when the messengers of misery show up, you got to have something that feeds your spirit past that invitation to a distraction. So what we're doing real simply, ladies and gentlemen, is we're tapping into what we believe we can get done by October the 1st. And there's no bad answer, right? And so I think anybody on this call should be at least aiming for Founder 500, because it makes room for you to have other people come in, get their 3, and then get free, right? So now let's say I'm talking to, matter of fact, Mr. Rambis, can you unmute Nona Wings for me?
Absolutely, sir. Hang on,
Okay.
let me grab her.
Ms. Wings, you there?
Unannounced. I'm gonna grab her unannounced, so she may or may not be prepared.
that's the leadership call, right?
Absolutely. Hey, Miss Nona, you're unmuted.
Hi, I am here. Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am. I want you to role play with me, and I want your goal to be Founder 1000. I know it's not your real goal. Just work with me, because I want people to be able to put themselves in your shoes. Is that okay?
Absolutely.
Okay. So what I would have done early on is I've set my goal right for the month, and I make my goal big enough that it can fit other people's goals inside of it. And then what we did is I went to each one of my partners, and I went and asked them what was their goal, because there is no wrong answer. So it would be something like this. Nona.
Yes.
We got the opportunity to build something big. We got 30 days to get on a springboard and really launch your business. So Mr. Rambis just came out with the tool. You just got finished watching it. I know you saw it as amazing as I did. We got to get it to everybody you know. But at the end of the month, if we go put our energy together and go lock it in, what would be the goal that would make this month make sense for you?
1,000.
Okay, perfect. So this is what I want to do. So we're going to write down on a piece of paper, right? So first, why would you want to do that? What would be why are we building to $1,000 this month? What would be the why for that for you?
Oh, well, I mean, I could double up on my kernel for one and get that kernel out of the way.
Awesome. That right there. I'm gonna write it down. So if it's okay, I just want to track it with you so we both can see it together day by day. Is that all right?
Absolutely.
So right here on my 3x5 card, I have your name. I'm writing a card note double up, nice and easy. Hold on, let me down. I can get on the camera too. Hold on. Wait 1 second. Let me get my camera game going. Okay, so now we got the goal, which is Founder 1000, right?
Absolutely.
We got the why, which is double up the card note.
Absolutely.
So now what we're going to do is we're going to put today's date. We're going to take the goal, which is 12/12/6. So write that on your paper.
Okay.
And so what we're going to do is every day, at the end of the day, we're going to subtract what we got done. So at night, before you go to bed, I want you to have this taped up somewhere where you can see it. Sometimes I see people put it at the top of on the ceiling. I see other people put it across from their bed. But just at the end of the night, I want you to see what's left to co-create. Because there's a part where the universe is going to kick in. Your subconscious mind is going to come in, because we got a date set. and we have a goal set, right?
Right.
So we already got the list. We're always working on the exposure process, but we want to put the magic of the universe on our side, right? So on the 15th, if it's 6 left to get in your left leg, 12 still to get in your middle leg, and then 4 to get in your right leg, we know where our personal activity is going, but we also got that connection that this is what we're working on. So when those people start to come to mind throughout your day, write their name down because they're coming as a pop because of what we already put in place. There's a special magic about taking your goals and putting it on paper, okay? And so now at the end of the week, you and I are going to do a plan to review session and then see where we are, see how many people we've talked to, and then from the people that have gotten started, we get a chance to go help them get their 3 and then help them go get to down to 500 this month. So it's one thing for you to hit your goal, it's another thing to feel that sense of accomplishment when you help another person get their residual income started in their life. Now, I know you know a lot of sharp people, so most of your folks already are making a whole lot of money, but that residual income money, Nona, is a different, like $125 coming in no matter what happens, that's a different type of money.
Right.
Right. So we're going to bless some people this month. So let's get ourselves first. Let's document it. Let's put our intention clearly to the universe. And every day I want you to be able to see that thing. And either you send it to me first or I'll send it to you. Because when we look at the back office and see what got done for the day, who actually entered into the back office, we actually subtract it. So the 12, 12, 6 is going to become a smaller number every day as more things happen.
Right. Absolutely.
And the beauty of it is you don't have to get all 30 yourself. Because after you help Sally, well, Tamaya just got started. As you help Tamaya, so you went from 6 down to 5, right?
Okay.
As you go talking to more people, it might go from 5 to 4. But as Tamaya goes to go get her 3, it can go from 5 to 2.
Right. Right.
Right. So, and that's the whole part about how we build our system. So that tool that Mr. Rambis made, that 13-minute and 49-second presentation is going to be so strong because every single person can let the people in their list see it without it being a huge X, right? So inside of exposing, there's something called a high level of commitment, right? Which is normally buy, do, join. Those, when you say those words to people, you're asking for a high level of commitment, right?
Right.
So by having this tool that Mr. Rambis just made, we get a chance to lead with a low level of commitment, which is just look. See, look and buy is different. And Absolutely. You get a chance to even make that distinction by just when you're talking to them, say, listen, I don't want you to buy anything. Disarm them of that expectation. I just want you to look at what we have going on. We take about 15 minutes of your time. You may not even be interested. Okay. So that audio that I gave you at the beginning of the week with Mr. Jim Rome, he said something phenomenal that you can put into your process. He said to his friend, right now, I got out of 10 people, I got 3 that signs up. I need you to be one of my 7. Can you just take a look at it for me? Now, if you got 100 people looking at it, because you made a list, and then Tamaya has 100 people looking at it, and then Yolanda have 100 people looking at it, that's 300 people looking at your video inside your organization.
Right, absolutely.
So can we lock in that we're at least going to keep in contact once a night to kind of, even if the goal stays the same, if it stays 12, 12, 6 for 14 days, I want us to be able to be committed to each other, that we look at it and then acknowledge each other at the end of the night. Is that fair?
Yes, it is.
Awesome. Let's get it going.
All right.
Mr. Rambis, on behalf of Miss Wings and myself, we turn the call back over to you.
Thank you.
Incredible job, sir. Incredible. And guys, I hope you were taking some notes as I was, even though, you know, I've been practicing these disciplines my entire career. Just refreshing to hear it from somebody else's perspective, and watching somebody who's a tactician like Mr. Allen be able to help somebody, anybody, literally anybody, visually see their goal in their mind, bring it into reality on paper, and then what? Do the activity to actually bring it to fruition. And so that's what this call was all about, guys, really showing you that it's possible, right? Any level in this compensation plan is possible First, it starts with the vision and the belief, and then of course implementing that belief by writing it down and taking action, because the belief alone won't do it, right? It's the activity behind that belief. And so here's what I want to do. I'm going to throw a challenge out for the team, and this is going to run for the rest of this month, because guess what? We're moving our Wednesday Business Builders call over to I'm sorry, our Sunday Business Builders call over to Wednesday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern. Same ID that you're on right now. But what's going to happen on the last Wednesday of this month, okay, which is the 30th, that's the day before we officially launch, October 1st, right? So on Wednesday, that'll be the last day, all the way, you have until till 9 p.m. Eastern Wednesday to hit whatever rank that you choose, right? And I'm going to incentivize you to get there with some Bitcoin. Okay. So this announcement, you're hearing it first. Let your team members know that I will be doing a Bitcoin giveaway, right? So this is an education and empowerment, right? This is what this is all about. So I want to make sure, right, that everybody understands digital currency. This movement is about education and empowerment. So I'm going to start by giving you, some of you guys will be the first Bitcoin you've ever owned. So I'm going to tell you right now, go ahead, and if you don't have Cash App, go ahead and get it, and upgrade your Cash App with your driver's license so you can send and receive Bitcoin. Because if you actually achieve one of these levels, I'm going to be giving you some Bitcoin. So first level will be Founder 500, which is 10, right? So if you have 10 partners, whether they activate October 1st or not, right? We just gonna, of course, assume that they will, because you'd be crazy to use these services and not see value. We've actually been getting our trade alerts already. People are now studying that Candlestick Bible and so much more for this $19 subscription. But if you can lock in 10, then that's what you're going to get in Bitcoin. I'm going to give you $10 in Bitcoin for everybody who does it, right, on September 30th. Now, if you're not on the call, okay, then you will miss out on your opportunity, because we will have to get a screenshot of your back office prior to Wednesday, September 30th, so you can show that there's 4 on your left, 4 in the middle, and 2 on the right. And you can do that on the My Team tab, which actually says the graph, right? You want to go to My Team genealogy and the graph, and it'll show you how many you have left, right, and middle. And so when you screenshot that to me, then I will know on September 30th that you qualify for $10 worth of Bitcoin. Now, those who go hard and go big, right, will already be Founder 1000. They'll receive $30 in Bitcoin, right? 30 client subscriptions, and that'll have to be balanced, 12, 12, and 6, right? And you will receive your $30 in Bitcoin October 1st. Remember, I'll need a screenshot. Everybody who Founder 1000 qualifies. Founder 2000, same thing goes for you. That'll be 75. So if you have 75 balance, 30 on your left, 30 in the middle, 15 on the right, you'll be receiving $75 in Bitcoin from yours truly, not coming from Epic, right out of my own pocket, right? Or out of my own Bitcoin wallet, right? And then I'm going to, of course, incentivize any rank above and beyond, right? So anybody who gets to 250, 100 on the left, 100 in the middle, 50 on the right, will get 250 in Bitcoin. Any Ambassador 10s. Listen, if you get Ambassador 10 done, you're going to get 500 in Bitcoin from me, right? Balance, 200 on the left, 200 in the middle, 100 on the right. You're going to get 500 in Bitcoin from me, but the company is going to give you a paid vacation, okay? So you'll actually have about 500 in Bitcoin to spend. Now, if you know me, I would tell you to spend dollars, not Bitcoin. Save your Bitcoin, okay? So I'm excited, guys. I wanted to share that promotion because it will incentivize you to do what? To track your numbers. And so you have 4 opportunities a day. We're doing 4 opportunity Zooms every single day. you have literally no excuse to share the information if you have one of these goals set for yourself. Now, if you're not setting any goals and you're not looking to achieve the 500 or the 1,000 residual, that's perfectly fine. I'm not here to force our goals on you. We're just here to give you some incentive to go after your goals, right? And so that's what this call is for every Wednesday now. We're not Sundays now. We're going to be every Wednesday at 9 p.m. Eastern. We're going to talk about business building strategies. Promotions like this will be ongoing, but this one will run all the way to the end of the month. So I'm giving you guys some incentive to do what you should be doing anyway, right? If you have these goals set for yourself. So first and foremost, let me say how much I appreciate Mr. Dan Allen for what he shared tonight. And he's doing this every night, guys, at 10 p.m. So if you want to get on one of those strategy sessions with him or myself, let me know. And we can do the exact same thing, strategize where you are, right? In relation to where it is you want to go by October 1st, right? And now I just added just a little bit of incentive, first and foremost, for you to do your goal, which is going to be great as well, but also to get some Bitcoin, right? To understand digital assets. And if you don't have any, then this will be a great tool and resource for you to start learning and reducing that learning curve as well. So let me see if we got some questions. No questions in the chat. I'm going to go ahead and jump off the call then, guys. We just want to say how much we appreciate each and every one of you for what you bring to the team, because this is definitely a team event. It's all about everybody winning, and that's why we're here to support everybody. So again, stay plugged in. Remember, there's so much going on right now, but there's some specific focus you need to have, right? You need to be plugged into your syllabus. I'm going to start mine. I just mentioned that on the call yesterday with Mr. Allen, that I have yet to actually go, point for point in the 2-week syllabus, but I'm starting that journey. At the same time, though, I have some very lofty goals here within these ambassador ranks coming into October. I really and truly am going to be working both ends, or burning both ends of the candle. So let me know, guys, what you need from me as we continue to build out. We're doing Zooms all day, every day for individuals and small teams. And, we're just wide open right now for the entire rest of the month. So again, appreciate everybody for doing what they do. And we'll be back on Wednesday, 9 o'clock, right? So we're changing our team builders call to Wednesday, 9 p.m. on this same ID. And we'll actually recognize some folks, right? I'll do more recognition this week just to kind of let you know who's already in position for a check, because some people have already knocked out their Founder 500 and Founder 1000. So they literally already got some Bitcoin waiting on them, right? But that incentive, I'm pretty sure said, man, you know what? $10 worth of Bitcoin, I'm going after the 30. And that's what I wanted to do, is inspire you to really stretch and shoot for, beyond what you may think you can achieve. So appreciate you all again. God bless you. And we'll see you guys on Wednesday night, 80 total. Founder 2000. Okay, Mr. Allen is putting the goals in the group. Founder 2000, 80 total. Well, 75 is on the, that's the new compensation plan, right? I have the old one up. I'm sorry. Let me get the new one. I did have the wrong one up there, didn't I? Let me see here. Hang on. I apologize. I did have the old one up. My bad. There we go. So I'm sorry. You'll get $80 in Bitcoin. Appreciate you again, Mr. Allen. Appreciate you, sir. That was the beginning comp plan I had on my dashboard. I apologize. Yes, sir. I have it. I appreciate you, my brother. All right, guys. Have a phenomenal night. Look forward to seeing you on Wednesday night. God bless you. God keep you. And we'll see you all on the beaches and at the bank.